New hypercars are coming to the WEC, as 4 car manufacturers have confirmed to join the top category next season. This ultimately means more cars will participate in the Hypercar Class next season, with 19 confirmed for the first round in Qatar. For this video, I'll go into detail about everything you need to know about these new hypercars joining for 2024. The WEC started a new golden age of sports car endurance racing by introducing the Hypercar Class. The previous season of 2023 was incredible, with 16 hypercars on the grid for the 24 hours of Le Mans, which was a record for the hypercar category. For 2024, 5 of the car brands that participated last season will continue, and combined with the new brands joining, this means there will be a record of 9 manufacturers on the grid. So let's go into these new manufacturers and their hypercars joining for next season. First off, we have Alpine. The French marque is building their hypercar around the LMDh regulations, not the LMH regulations, and their car is called the A424. Alpine has chosen Oreca as the chassis supplier for the A424, and the engine is going to be a 3.4-liter turbocharged V6. Signatech will be the team in charge running 2 Alpine LMDh cars, one numbered as the 35 car and the other the 36. Alpine's LMDh prototype will be making its debut at the 6-hour event in Qatar, which is the first round of the season. When Alpine joins in 2024, they will be the second French manufacturer to enter the category. The first was Peugeot, and they've been racing since the second season in 2022. Also, an interesting fact to know about Alpine's campaign in the Hypercar class is that this is technically not their first time entering. Alpine actually raced in the Hypercar class in 2021 and 2022 with a grandfathered LMP1 car called the Alpine A480, which was technically just a rebadged Rebellion R13. So even though Alpine has raced in hypercar before, this is their first time participating with an actual hypercar. The Alpine endurance team has also signed high-class racers to pilot their A424 prototypes. Their driver lineup includes Nicolas Lapierre, Ferdinand Habsburg, Paul-Louis Chatin, Mathieu Vaxivière, Mick Schumacher, and Charles Malesi. So as you can tell, Alpine definitely have a strong package heading into the 2024 season. Next up, Lamborghini. The Italian marque is fairly new to this hybrid prototype racing, and that is because they have never done so before, but nevertheless, Lamborghini is ready to take on the competition with their brand new hypercar, which is built around the LMDh regulations. Lamborghini's prototype race car is called the SC63. Interestingly, there are some hidden details behind this name. SC stands for Squadra Corse, while 63 is the year of the company's foundation, 1963. The Lamborghini SC63 is the only LMDh prototype that is using a Ligier-made chassis. The other LMDh prototypes are using chassis either from Multimatic, Oreca, or Dallara, so it's nice to finally see Ligier on the grid with an LMDh program. The engine that Lamborghini will be using in their prototype is a 3.8-liter twin-turbocharged V8. The team that will run the SC63 is Italian brand Iron Lynx, and for the 2024 season, only one car will be entered for the full season, but a second SC63 will come over for the 24 hours of Le Mans, that being the IMSA variant, which Iron Lynx is also running. The SC63's WEC debut is going to come in Qatar, which is the same event that Alpine will debut their A424, and this is actually going to be the first time that we see the Lamborghini hypercar participate in a race, as its IMSA debut is going to be the 12 Hours of Sebring, which is after the race in Qatar. The full season WEC entry will be badged as the number 63 car, with drivers Danny Kvyat, Eduardo Montara, and Mirko Bortolotti, the three on the right, as the drivers. The 3 drivers on the left are the IMSA drivers. Something else I wanted to mention is that with Lamborghini joining the WEC Hypercar category, this means that Volkswagen will have 2 brands competing in the top class of the WEC. Lamborghini is a part of the Volkswagen Group through Audi, and Porsche, who's a part of Volkswagen, is already participating with the 963. This marks the first time that 2 manufacturers from the Volkswagen Group will be competing since 2016, when Audi and Porsche were battling in the LMP1 class. Another brand joining in 2024 is BMW. The German auto manufacturer is bringing their LMDh prototype, known as the M-Hybrid V8, and BMW is the only brand on this list that has already raced their LMDh prototype in endurance racing. Of course, in 2023, the M-Hybrid V8 competed in the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship, with Rahal Letterman-Lenigan running 2 entries. So when BMW comes over to the Hypercar class next season, they will probably have a little bit more racing experience compared to the other new competitors, considering that this LMDh prototype has already been racing in the GTP class of IMSA. The M-Hybrid V8 is using a chassis from Dallara, which is the same chassis that the Cadillac V-Series R uses. The BMW Hypercar will also use a 4.0-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine. And unlike their IMSA campaign, where RLL is running the entries, this time in the WEC it will be different, because Belgian team WRT Racing will be running a pair of M-Hybrid V8s, one badged as the number 15 car and the other as the number 20 car. The M-Hybrid V8 WEC debut will come at the same race in Qatar, but the car's overall debut was at the 2023 Rolex 24 at Daytona. And as of recording this, BMW WRT haven't revealed their driver lineups for either of their cars just yet. With BMW entering the Hypercar class for the 2024 season and beyond, this means that the German manufacturer will be making their return to the top category of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. The last time that BMW raced there, they won. Back in 1999, BMW took overall victory with a car called the V12 LMR. This was the first time they did so, and so far, the only time they've done so. And I suppose this is one of the reasons why BMW have chosen one of their cars to be badged as the number 15 entry, because that was the same number that a BMW V12 LMR took victory with in 1999. The fourth and final new manufacturer to join Hypercar is Isotta Fraschini. Isotta Fraschini was originally a luxury car brand that existed in Milano in the early 1900s. But the company has since been revived, and they will enter the WEC Hypercar class in 2024, bringing their very own entry. Unlike the previous manufacturers who will be using the LMDh regulations, Isotta Fraschini will actually be using the LMH regulations, known as Le Mans Hypercar. And their hypercar will be called the Tipo 6 LMH Competizione. The hypercar has been built and mainly developed by Italian brand Michelotto. However, the aerodynamics were developed by WAE Technologies. And the engine that the Tipo 6 LMHC will be using is a 3.0-liter single-turbo V6 from Isotta Fraschini in collaboration with HWA. The team that will run the Isotta Fraschini Hypercar in 2024 will be the French Duquesne team. The brand previously raced in the ELMS Championship and also participated at the 24 Hours of Le Mans last season in 2023 in the LMP2 class. And as for Isotta Fraschini's debut in the WEC, it will come at the same event as the previous 3 manufacturers, the race in Qatar. There will only be one hypercar participating in 2024, although Isotta Fraschini could end up having a second one in the near future. The prototype race car will use the number 11, with drivers Jean-Carl Vernet and Alejandro Garcia confirmed to race the entry. The third driver for the car is unconfirmed at this time. And by the way, if you want to know more details about Isotta Fraschini's hypercar, I made a full in-depth video, which I'll link at the end of this video and in the description. So those are the new hypercars joining for the 2024 season. Manufacturers Alpine, Lamborghini, BMW, and Isotta Fraschini will contend for overall victory in the Hypercar Class and at the 24 Hours of Le Mans next season. Out of these 4 cars, which one are you most excited to see participate in the WEC next season? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're interested in endurance racing and you're not subscribed yet, I highly suggest you do so. I make content on WEC and IMSA every single week. And speaking of content, here are some videos you can watch right now. So thanks for watching, I'll see you all in the next video.